You welcome back, everyone. And this is ACI 6. We are on class 5. And today is the 9th of April, 2026. I think this should be class 6, right? This should be class 6. Yeah. 5? Class 5? Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay. Let's set our motivation as we begin. I invite you to just get ready and close your eyes. And bring your awareness to your breath until you hear from me again. And invite you to think of your motivation in the class. It can be anything. Whether you want to stop some problems in your life, or you want to achieve some worldly goals, or even your higher goal. And know that this class on wisdom will help us to reach there. And hold your intention in your mind. Ready, can open your eyes. And just checking if any one of you have completed your homework for chapter 4. Can you type 1 in the chat? For 1, if you have completed, 0 for not completed. Good. Angela, jayo. Angela, I've been thinking about you, wanted to do revision with you. Really, the whole day I've been thinking about you. I think that I need to see how to do some review in the next class. But I
Really?
need cooperation from you. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Can you let me know? Yeah. Thanks.
You're traveling?
Yeah, I'm on the way back now. On the way
Okay.
back, taking bus on the way back. So I'll listen in first. Okay, listen in
Okay.
first.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your effort. And so as Jaslyn have not done her homework, oh, Jaslyn, oh, I hope everything is okay. Please reach out, yeah, if you need any explanation or help. And one more, I see MEP, I saw you last week. I didn't manage to chat with you. Well, if after class you have the time, maybe you can let me know where you're from. Okay.
It's early, yeah.
Oh, it's early. Where are you from?
Diamond Mountain.
Diamond Mountain?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow, what a holy place. What is your name?
My name's Michael.
Michael. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Michael.
Likewise.
Yeah. Okay. We will begin now. We'll start. I won't be doing a review today, probably next week. Okay. So I would like to continue with our class today on emptiness and karma. Okay, this is class 5, chapter 5. Where are we? Okay, this is okay, and we have done chapter 1, the source of the book. Chapter 2, emptiness and the wish. Chapter 3, emptiness and the body. Chapter 4, the future of Buddha's teaching. And now we're on chapter 5, emptiness and karma. Okay, I'll just jump straight in. Okay, the sutra. We continue with the sutra. Oh, Subhuti, what do you think? Suppose some son or daughter of a noble family, they were to take all the planets of this great world system, a system with 1,000 of 1,000 of 1,000 planets, and fill them all up with the 7 kinds of precious substance and offer them to someone. Would that son or daughter of noble family create many great mountains of merit from such a deed? So basically, if I take 7 kinds of precious jewels and I cover the planets, 1,000 planets, 1,000 of 1,000, 1,000 of 1,000 of 1,000 planets. You fill all the planets with these precious jewels. So is that great merit? So this is the question Lord Buddha is asking Subhuti. Okay. So before we answer, we look at Lord Buddha's answer. Let us look at what does it mean to be 1,000, a system of 1,000. a system of 1,000 planets. Oops. Okay. I know how to use Gemini already and ChatGPT, so you can see the picture looks nicer. Okay. So the first order of the world is 1,000 planets. You can see on the left. Okay, so there will be 1,000 of inhabited planets. People live. Earth, our planet Earth is one of them. Okay, so 1,000 planets of those planets. Oh, I cannot imagine. It's beyond my imagination. Okay, so the second order of the world is the 1,000 of this. The first one is a 1,000 of the left, the 1,000 planet, which is about 1 million planets. Wow. Then the third order of the world will be the 1,000 of the second order of the world. Wow, I cannot imagine. Okay, so the figure is so big. Anyhow, the figure is very, very big. So if I cover, I don't know whether that is possible. If you cover all the planets with these 7 precious jewels and offer to somebody, is this great married or not? So Lord Buddha is asking Subhuti. So what is Subhuti's answer? Subhuti says, it would be many great mountains of merit. And these great mountains of merit are mountains of merit that we could establish as existing only in name, only in the way that a dream or an illusion exists. These same great mountains of merit, though, could never exist as mountains that existed ultimately. The one thus gone as well speak in a nominal sense of great mountains of merit, applying the name to them. Okay, in short, Subhuti say, oh, these great merit, well, you can call them great mountain of merit. We can call them nominal. In name, we can call them, okay? Because I need to rephrase, sorry, okay? So this mountain of merit, they don't exist. They always say they don't exist. In the whole sutra, it's always like that. Ask you something, oh, about the body, oh, they don't exist. About the perfection, oh, they don't exist. They don't exist ultimately, in the ultimate sense. Okay, in the ultimate sense, they don't exist. They could not exist ultimately from their own side, independent of our projection. We know that that is the punchline. It's always like that, okay? They cannot exist from their own side, right? And therefore, they can exist nominally. And therefore, they can exist nominally. You can name that as a great mountain of merit. So if you look at it this way, I need to rephrase so that it's easier to understand. Again, in the whole sutra, the punchline is always the same. Okay, once you get it, then you find that it's quite okay. They always say, oh, this thing, Subhuti, is there a perfection of wisdom? Is there a dharma? Is there enlightenment? No, they don't exist ultimately, right? They don't exist ultimately. Means that, what does ultimately means? Means that they exist self-existently, they exist from their own side, independent of my projection. That thing doesn't exist. Correct or not? And how could they exist? And therefore, they could exist from our own side. They can exist from my side. They can exist nominally. Nominally. Okay, so Subhuti he's very smart. He always say, oh, he answered very well. He say, oh, they could not exist ultimately. And therefore, we can call them the mountain of merit. Okay, because they can exist nominally. Yeah, so we can call them great mountain of merit. Easy, yeah? Okay, always get that catch. Then cook that in your mind. Get it right and cook in your mind. So question number 1 is on the planets. This is your homework question 1. Describe the 3 orders of the world system. The first one, the first order, 1,000 inhabited planets. Second order system, 1,000 of the 1,000 of that first order planets. First order of network of planets. And the third order of the world will be 1,000 network of the 1,000 of the 1,000 planets. Okay, anyhow, it's a lot. Okay, that's your question number 1. Then the next one would be continuing from there. Lord Buddha, I go back and just Lord Buddha asks Subhuti. So if somebody cover the 1,000 of 1,000 of 1,000 planets with all these 7 precious jewels and then offer to somebody, is that a great merit? Okay, so Subhuti say, no, they don't exist ultimately, and therefore we can call them a great mountain of merit nominally, and therefore we can call them great mountain of merit. Okay, nominally from my side. The second question Lord Buddha asked, suppose on the other hand that one of them held but a single verse of 4 lines from this particular Dharma and explain it to others and taught it correctly. By doing this person will create many more great mountains of merit than with the former. Okay, it would be even greater. It's countless beyond estimation. Okay, so the first box here, Lord Buddha is saying, so if the person just hold just one single verse of the 4 lines from this Diamond Cutter Sutra, okay, and then explain to someone else and teach to other people correctly, wow, that mountain of merit is even greater than the first one. What is the first one? You cover the planets, the 1,000 planets of 1,000 planets of 1,000 planets with the 7 precious jewels. The other option, the other hand will be you hold a line of the diamond, means that you study the Diamond Cutter Sutra, you explain to somebody, and you teach to somebody correctly. That merit is even greater. Okay, you get me? Okay, the 2 choice. The first one, cover the planets with the 7 precious jewel. Second one, you learn the Diamond Cutter Sutra, and then you teach to somebody, explain to somebody. So that merit, the second one, is even more bigger, countless. Okay, why? The second box, now I'm explaining the second box. Oh, because Subhuti, this is where the matchless and totally perfect enlightenment of the one thus gone, the destroyers of the foe, the totally enlightened Buddhas, come from. It is from this as well that the Buddhas, the conquerors, are born. Wow. Why is it so powerful? Because the subject matter is emptiness. This is where we create our enlightenment. This is where the Buddhas are born. Okay, the first part, okay? Good. Is it good, the first part? If good, you type 1 in the chat. Let me see. Do you need explanation for this one? If not good, you can type 0. Okay. Kia Wong say not okay. Good. You're very honest. Good. Okay, so I explain one more time. Okay. The first option, my left hand, the Buddha say, okay, now you take the 7 precious jewel and you cover all the planets, all the many, many, many planets, okay? And then you give to somebody, offer to somebody. The first one. So Lord Buddha asked Subhuti, big or not? Is it big, the merit? Yeah. It's very big nominal. We can call it, yeah, it is big. Then the second option, if you study this Diamond Cutter Sutra, okay, then you learn, you explain to somebody, correct? You teach correctly. That second option, this one is even greater than this first one. It's immeasurable. 功德无量. So the merit is so immeasurable, so big. Yeah. Okay. Why? Because this is where the Buddha is born. Means what? Means that this is the subject matter is on emptiness, 空性. The understanding of emptiness, the wisdom is the one that can get you to become a Buddha, to create a Buddha paradise. Okay? So if you say, I don't want to become a Buddha, I am not sure yet. Okay. But if you can study this one, they can free you from all your suffering because it's so powerful. Why is it so powerful? Because if we understand wisdom, then we know how to stop our suffering, right? And then we can go on to create the pure happiness, perfect happiness. We can stop all our problems in our life because we know where the things come from and how things work. And isn't it so powerful? And therefore, this merit is so big and powerful. And I know you can use any words, okay? Immeasurable. Okay? Okay. So those merit that we have learned, okay, you do all these good deeds. You do all these good deeds, right? Karma is also empty. You have to work on that, okay? I explained today, you have to work. For many years, I don't understand. But today, finally, I understand a bit, then I understand now. Suddenly I understand more, okay? So the good deeds I already done, right? But it's already past. It's gone. Again, I use my left hand, okay? The cause is gone. But where the result? Not yet come. The result is in the future, haven't come. So in a way, you can say that the cause and the result, they're non-existent. Why? I said, now the deeds that I've done is already gone. Past already gone, don't exist. And then the result is in the future. Not yet come. Don't exist. So in a way, they're non-existent, but doesn't mean that they don't exist at all. Okay, the key thing is doesn't mean they don't exist at all. Okay, cause and result is also empty. They're empty of what? They're empty of not coming from our projection. Cause and result is also empty. And empty doesn't mean that there's nothing at all, okay? Empty means that it's empty of not coming from my projection. Okay, so again, the cause, the results, they are non-existent, but doesn't mean that they don't exist at all. At this moment, at this moment, at the same time, they don't exist simultaneously. At the present moment, they don't exist at the same time, correct or not? But doesn't mean they don't exist at all. Right? So generally, we can say that, we can agree that they are connected. They're connected through what? They're connected how? How are they connected? They are connected to the mind stream of the person who commit the deed. Let's say I'm the one. They are connected to the mind stream of the person who commit it. I'm the one who's doing it, and they produce appropriate consequences for me. And the cause and result actually in the broadest sense of time, if you take a longer period of time, right? Yeah, time is also empty, right? Time is also empty. The past deed that we have done normally lead to a result. And how are they connected? They're connected to the mind stream of me. And I suddenly, you know why? Suddenly, ting, I go and pick this picture. Okay, this is not from my teacher, okay? This is how I help me to understand. If you remember, we studied ACI 5, the mind only school, right? This is not mind only school, okay? But it helps. Okay. They are connected to the mind stream of the person who commit the deed. Can you see that? That is the clue. You have to work on that, okay? Okay, I want somebody to read this one. Anybody want to offer
can read.
to read? Thank you.
This session is meant to demonstrate a number of different points, black and white deeds that you have committed before now, and which you are going to commit later, are such that the ones in the past have stopped, and the ones in the future are yet to come. Therefore, they are non-existent. But we have to agree that, generally speaking, they exist. We also have to agree that they are connected to the mind stream of the person who committed them, and that they produce their appropriate consequences for this person. This and other, I cannot see the last line.
I think that's all. Yeah, thanks, Azane.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So you work on that. I always got problem with this part, you see, for the karma is empty until after I prepare for this class. As I work with that, I find it, oh, okay, ding. And then I found the picture. And the only thing is this one, it helps a lot, but don't think I am projection. When we say projection, right, it's like I'm here, then I'm doing the projection. It's not like that. The projection is like me and my world. Me and my world is like projection, like that, you know. It's like it just happened. Me and my world. Me and my world. Me getting yelled at, you know. Okay, it's not like, oh, someone is there. There's a projection. It's not like that. Okay. So work with that. Projection. Me and my world. And this picture helped me a lot to understand. And this is in your question 2. In what sense do past karma and its future consequences not exist? In what sense must they exist? Okay. Strictly speaking, past karma and future consequences do not exist in the present moment. Remember, I said they don't exist at the same time simultaneously, but doesn't mean that they don't exist at all. Okay. One is already gone, the other is yet to come. They do, though, exist in a broader sense. Over time, they do exist. Generally speaking, they do exist. A karma that you commit in the past normally lead to a future karmic result. In no case, of course, do they exist independent of our projection forced upon us by our past karma. Means that this cause and result, we say that they're empty. Empty in the sense that they're empty of not coming from our projection. Okay? The cause and result has to be projection forced upon us by our past karma. And there exists no other way than that. So this is a breakthrough from me. I want you to cook, you have to cook, okay? Bring that to your kitchen. I give you 30 seconds and I'll move on because this one need a long time to cook. I cook for years, okay? Fine, and it take a long, long time. When you first heard, karma is empty, you got a shock, you know? Okay, move on to the next one. Okay. Okay, we talk about the 6 perfections. The question 3 is the listing the 6 perfections. We know the 6 perfections, they are the bodhisattva activity, right? Bodhisattva path. 行菩萨道, okay? Bodhisattva path, bodhisattva activity. What is bodhisattva? Someone who have this mind, I want to become a Buddha for the sake of all beings. Okay? Someone with this mind that says, I want to become a Buddha for the sake of all beings. So they do, what is their activity? They do the 6 perfections. They do the 6 perfections. And we know that the 3.5 perfection of giving, perfection of moral discipline, perfection of not getting angry, and the perfection of joyous effort is contribute to the collection of merit that is primarily cause the body of the Buddha. And then 5 and 6, perfection of meditative concentration, perfection of wisdom, they contribute to the collection of wisdom that primarily cause the mind of the Buddha. Okay, these are the 6 perfections. And I like you to learn the word paramita, Sanskrit word, paramita. Say paramita. Paramita. Paramita means gone to the other side. Gone where? Gone to the other side of samsara. Gone to the other side. Gone to the other side. Gone to the other side of samsara, correct? Gone to the other side of suffering, gone to the other side of ignorance, means opposite of that. Okay, and this is your question number 3. Okay, I have this question for you. Meanwhile, I need a break. While you think about this, I'm going somewhere for a while. Okay. What is the difference between doing good deeds the usual imperfect way, the usual way, like before we learn ACI, we do good deeds. It's not that we never do good deeds, we also do good deeds. And compare that with doing the perfections. Doing the perfections with wisdom and doing the perfections without wisdom. Okay, the first one, doing good deeds the usual imperfect way. Yes, if I do good deeds, obviously the result will be good, isn't it? It will be good result. But the good result that come back is called the dirty good karma. Means that I get nice things, pleasant things that will wear out. We call it a nicer samsara. Things that wear out, like your happiness, this body that is lousy, right? Get sick, healthy, then fall sick. Relationship that break down, quarreling, you're very nice with your friend, after that you don't like your friend. Yeah. And everything that is nice wear out. Doing the good deeds the usual imperfect way. Doing the perfections with wisdom. What about doing the perfection with wisdom? And doing the perfection without wisdom. And what make them perfect is understanding will make them perfect. Understanding, if I go and find this in ACI 1, we say the two wings of the bird. Right? One on the left is the bodhisattva activities that we do, like the 3.5. The other one, the wisdom, is the 2.5. Okay? No, yeah. That's how they categorize that. They categorize them in that way, okay? So wisdom is the one. Wisdom is the one that make the perfections perfect, complete. That bring you to perfection. If without wisdom, you don't have this wing, then how can it be perfect? If without wisdom, the bird cannot fly, isn't it? You need two wings of the bird. Okay, wisdom is like your eyes. Without wisdom, it's like you don't have eyes. So you're walking on the path, left, you're walking on the path, you're doing a lot of good deeds. You're going to help people, you're going to rescue people, but you do it without the understanding of wisdom. You never go and improve your wisdom. It doesn't mean that you don't go and help people. You are like blindly helping. You may fall off the path. How you know you're on the path? When you don't have eyes. When you don't have eyes, you can be doing good deeds, right? Doing good deeds, after a while, you fall off the path. My own explanation, this is how I explain to myself. Like, you can go to a Dharma center, do good deeds, right? But after a while, maybe because of ego or pride or certain thing, you're fighting for your own interests, right? Isn't it you're falling off the path already? So understanding, having this wisdom, understanding is the one that make them perfect. I'm very happy lately. I okay. I have someone I don't like. Okay. I really don't like. Okay. Not really don't like so much. Yeah, I don't like. Okay, I don't like. Okay. And because the person have done so many things, but I can only understand this is my seeds ripening, isn't it? But still your heart won't feel good, isn't it? So, but I tell myself I have to do the right thing. It's very difficult for me. And I was approached by one ACI teacher to do a project in Malaysia and Singapore. They're looking for a partner. But I actually turned it down because I'm not so interested in all these things, see. It's a little bit like a commercial, but they include the seats and all these things. Something like a DCI, but it's not a DCI. Something like a DCI. And then I actually think of and then I turned her down. She asked me to find someone for her. I got no choice also, I have to find someone, right? And then I honestly find someone. I got 3 candidates, and one of them is this person I don't like. And I've been struggling. I said, should I want to recommend or not? it's really struggling inside my heart, oh, I want to, but I tell myself, oh, but she's the right person, she's the right candidate. Yeah, you don't like her, but she got all the positive qualities, she can do it. And okay, I have to overcome my own personal view. So I put aside. And last week, I actually connected them. I actually told, I asked her whether, do you want this project? I said, there's a very great project coming up and they need a partner in Malaysia and Singapore. I know she's very keen. She always want to do a lot of things, not like me. I don't want to do. I am the one who don't give me anything to do, She's like, I want to do this, Okay, go ahead. I know she will accept. So I asked her, she accepted, and then I connected them. Then I followed up with the teacher just 2 days ago. I said, how is it? She said, everything is going fine. She's coming on board. I said, wow, great, rejoice. I'm so happy for that. So overcoming of that, yeah, is the one step. Yeah, it's one step. The person you don't like, okay, but I want to see her successful. I know this will make her happy, and I know she can do it. Yeah, and she's the right candidate. Yeah, just to show you an example. I'm not really that good, but it's a struggle. It's not like, it's just like I can do it immediately. I work with my negative emotion for a long, long time. Okay, it's not easy. Whatever I'm not happy about, I can only say that it has to be coming from my past seeds, ripening for me to be experiencing that. And I keep on telling yourself that way and keep on doing the right thing, just keep on doing, purify. So keep on doing, yeah. My style is like that, yeah. So that is one of the things in the challenge in our life, putting into practice. We have to put into practice. We cannot just learn and study, just learn and study, but we never do anything. Okay, so we learn, we try. Sometimes okay, sometimes not okay. It's okay, but keep on doing it. You'll find that you improve, and you're very happy. I'm very happy for myself. I'm not pride. I'm happy that this me is not creating more samsara in the future. This me is taking a step to break that cycle. Yeah. And this relate to question 5, why the Buddha said the perfection done without wisdom did not deserve the name perfection. Okay. We say 2 wings of the bird. Okay. Without wisdom is like a blind man, no eyes. You got no eyes. So you can walk on the path, like, wow, go and help people, rescue people, go everywhere, right? But you could be falling off the path. You got no eyes. So you cannot call that a perfection without wisdom. And the deed that you do without wisdom does not bring you to Buddhahood, cannot bring you to the ultimate goal. 2 wings of the bird, you only got 1 wing. You collect a lot of merit. Okay, you're doing very kind person, you do a lot of things, but without the understanding of wisdom, whatever you do is great, but it cannot bring you to Buddhahood, cannot bring you to the ultimate happiness. And I need to emphasize another thing. When we say 6 perfections, automatically it means that your mind is imbued with bodhicitta. Okay, that's very important. When I was a student, sometimes I forget. Then I get confused, Yeah, and I find that many students also, they get very confused. I saw one trainee teacher, she was asking me some question and say, oh, I know where her confusion. Okay, the 6 perfection, when you mention you're doing 6 perfections, they are bodhisattva activities, right? Who is a bodhisattva? Bodhisattva is a person who have this mindset, this state of mind that I want to become a Buddha for the sake of all beings. You're doing this deed to become a Buddha. Okay? I'm doing this deed to become a Buddha. 6 perfections. I'm doing this deed to become a Buddha. And how to make them perfect? You're doing the 6 perfection. You already got this bodhicitta, your mind, you already got this bodhicitta. You just need to do it with wisdom. Okay, I need to emphasize that because the trainee teacher get very confused and she was asking me, Can you tell me exactly which one first? Is it bodhicitta or doing bodhicitta or doing it with emptiness? She get very confused. She says she hears sometimes you all say bodhicitta is so important, the motivation so important. And then now I say understanding emptiness so important. Which one first? Then how? I know where the confusion, you see, because I used to have that also. So when you say six perfection, you're a bodhisattva, right? A bodhisattva means that you already have this state of mind. Your mind is already colored with this love that I want to become a Buddha because for the sake of all being, right? Your mind is already imbued with that, Whatever you do is already colored with that, colored with that. So all you need to do is just to do it with the understanding of emptiness, doing it with wisdom. And that make it perfect. But while I am not a Buddha, we say make it perfect, isn't it? Is that perfect or not? It's not perfect yet. Why? Only the Buddha can really do it perfectly. Then when we understand, yes, I understand, because he's an enlightened being, can do it perfectly. Why? Because he can see the ultimate reality and the deceptive reality at the same time as he's doing it. So technically, whatever we are doing is a perfectionizer that get us to perfection. Because I'm not perfect, my understanding of wisdom is like so small peanut like that, so small, isn't it? I think I understand, correct? But do I really understand that much? Do I understand it all the time? Correct? So with the understanding of emptiness, I am not a Buddha. So they are really not really a perfection. They are really a perfectionizer. They make you perfect. They bring you to perfection. Okay? This one need to be very calm and your mind very clear, hear clearly to get it. Because if not, you get confused. Yeah, I used to be confused also. Okay. Aisu, yes, we will come to that very soon. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we were talking about the sixth perfection, that only Buddha can really do it perfectly. Meanwhile, people like me, who is not an enlightened being, if I do it with wisdom, it is a perfectionizer. They bring me to perfection. Okay? Those six perfections call six perfections, but they're really perfectionizer. How? Okay? And you can see this one. Okay, let's say you have this first perfection of giving or generosity or sharing. Perfection 2, morality or ethics. Perfection of not getting angry, patient. Perfection of joyous effort. Perfection of meditative concentration. So how are they relate to these six perfection? How they relate now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is one side. The 6 another side. Okay, wisdom. And the last one is wisdom here. Okay. So when I do these first five perfections, when I do these five perfection, I collect the merit, correct? I collect very good merit that will help me to grow my wisdom. Correct? I don't have wisdom, or I have very little wisdom. How to grow my wisdom? I do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I collect a lot of good merit, isn't it? And as I collect a lot of merit, they help me to grow my wisdom. Number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We put it as one group, and then the last one is wisdom. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we do, we collect the merit that help us to grow our wisdom. And as our wisdom increase, our wisdom grow, they will help us to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 better. As we do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 better, we collect more merit, greater merit that allow us to grow our wisdom, number 6. And as our wisdom grow, they help us to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 better. It's like a spiral, upward spiral. They are interdependent. Interdependent. They support each other. Are you okay with the 6 perfections? Yeah, Laura. Yeah, and Daniel. Yeah, thank you. Because I'm not very good with the tech stuff. First time I do things like that, and I'm so proud of myself. Uh, yeah, I did it myself. Mm. With the AI. Okay, at least I know how. At least I know how to command the AI to do that. Thank you. Mm. Okay, so you need any explanation for the 6 perfections? Is everybody good? If good, can you give me type 1 in the chat? Or if you need any explanation, please let me know. Okay.
Ủa cái đó tiền là chị đã thanh toán rồi hay là trả
You
tiền?
have to how to mute her. No, let me see. To mute. Yeah, she's muted. Angela? Okay, so elaborate on that. Okay. So okay, these 6 perfections, right? 6 perfections, we say they only become a perfection when we understand that the understanding of the emptiness, the right wing, is very important to make them complete. Because 2 wings of the bird, they cannot fly with just 1 wing, right? And this is the one for question number 5. Okay, so when we do the perfections, if we do the perfections without wisdom, without the understanding of emptiness, then it's not complete. Yeah, it's like you don't have the eye. You may fall off the path. Okay, so this part okay. Then I said that like layman like me, I cannot do it perfectly. I'm not like a Buddha. A Buddha can do it perfectly. It is a perfection for the Buddha. Because the Buddha can see ultimate reality, which is emptiness, and deceptive reality at the same time when they're doing it. So technically, for me, as I'm doing the 6 perfection, even though if I understand emptiness, it is just a perfectionizer. They get me to perfection. They help me to become perfect. They bring me to the perfection. Okay. And also about this picture, they are like the upward spiral. They help each other. It's a spiral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is on my one hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As I do the giving, I collect the merit, right? That allow me to understand with emptiness. That I'm able to grow my wisdom. Number 6. As I understand more about the pen, understand about emptiness, I'm able to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 better, right? Now I understand why giving is good, why sharing is good, how sharing can help me and help others. Okay, the emptiness of the giving. We'll go into the detail, the emptiness of the three sphere. So as I understand with wisdom, as I understand emptiness with wisdom, I'm able to do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 better. And as I do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 better, I collect more merit and they help me to grow my wisdom, number 6. And as my wisdom grow, then I'm able to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 better. It's like an upward spiral, they help each other to go up, 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 and up. Okay? And until that stage that our collection of this merit is so huge that they could bring about the direct perception of emptiness, the wisdom, direct perception of emptiness. And with the direct perception of emptiness, obviously the 1 and 5 that we have done is so much more powerful, isn't it? Huh? With the direct perception emptiness, the experience that we have, even though coming out of that, we still see things as coming at us, but we don't believe it anymore. So every seeds that we plant, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is even more powerful. So we collect even more goodness, even more merits. And they are like on an upward spiral. They're interdependent, they support each other. And so this is your question number 6. Okay. So Angela, is that okay, that picture with the explanation?
Yes, very good, very good. Yeah, very
Oh,
clear.
okay.
Your explanation is very clear. Thank you,
Okay.
teacher.
Okay. Okay. I like this picture. This one remind me like Raymond. Sorry, it's a bit old here, the picture. Okay. The heart, you can see I got the love means that you have this mind that want to become a Buddha. Your mind, you have this wish in your mind. I want to become a Buddha for the sake of all beings. Okay, and the top of the head, that one lighting up is the understanding of emptiness. Understanding of emptiness as you feed the bird, even the tiny deed of feeding the bird with the understanding of emptiness, which means with wisdom, is the cause for your Buddhahood, is the cause for your enlightenment, is the cause for your Buddha paradise. This is a 6th perfection. Okay. Okay, so next one, okay, Aisu asked, what is the difference between question 1 with question 2A? Okay, question 1 is a normal layman. If I'm not mistaken, you're referring to that, right? I assume, yeah, this one, right? Okay. So, doing good deeds the usual imperfect way is a dirty kutama. We know about that. Number 2, doing the perfections, okay? So we always thought that, okay, I'm doing the 6th perfection. Okay, I'm doing this perfection. Perfection is the bodhisattva activity, right? I'm a bodhisattva and I'm going to do the giving. So, and I think that this is already perfect. So they want to emphasize, when I give this question, is because I want to emphasize the 2 wings of the bird, the importance of having the wisdom. So without the wisdom, it is still a good deed, it's a bodhisattva activities, right? But it can never lead you to your ultimate goal. You collect very good, great merits because you have this bodhicitta. I want to become a Buddha for the sake of all beings, right? But no matter how much you do, it is not perfected because you don't have the other wing. So if you ask me, I would say that, yeah, you can collect extraordinary goodness, but it never leads you to Buddhahood, to ultimate happiness. And compared to number 1, because I'm not a Buddha, I cannot see clearly. Okay, I can only see if you compare the first one, the is a good deeds, bring you good results. Okay, and then the 2A bring you to Buddhahood. 2B bring it is still extraordinary goodness, but they don't bring you to Buddhahood. But they are, of course, better than number 1.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Teacher Rach. Actually, my question is 1 compared to 2B. What is the difference? Because obviously both are doing good deeds without wisdom. Is it 1 do it without bodhicitta, but the 2B do it with bodhicitta but without wisdom?
Okay, thanks for your clarification. Okay, yeah. So, okay, 2B, you have bodhicitta. Okay, 1, you don't have bodhicitta.
Okay,
1,
thank
no
you. Got it.
bodhicitta.
Yeah, understand. Yeah.
Okay. And so just now I also asked a very good questions. How do we do it with wisdom? Which now we comes to the emptiness of the 3 sphere. Okay, the emptiness of the 3 sphere. We learn that a bodhisattva, we cannot call someone a bodhisattva. Sorry, again, I rephrase chapter 2. We cannot call someone a bodhisattva if the person still see things as having some nature of their own. If that person still see that, oh, Rache is coming from her own side, have some nature from her own, independent from my projection, okay, then I cannot call that person a bodhisattva. Okay, I recap, chapter 2. Then chapter 3 leads us to, so therefore, a bodhisattva will be someone who realize the meaning of no self-nature, which means that they don't see things as having some nature of their own. A bodhisattva will be someone who don't see things as having some nature of their own. They don't see things as having some nature of their own. And that leads to chapter 3. And therefore, a bodhisattva who do the act of giving, they do the act of giving without staying. If you remember chapter 3, they do the act of giving without staying. Without staying means without staying in these 3 things. Okay? This is how I connect chapter 3 to this chapter 5 now. Which means that the bodhisattva, when now I'm taking myself, okay? If I'm the bodhisattva, and I'm doing the act of giving, okay? The emptiness of the giver, which means the emptiness of me, correct or not? Me, the giver, okay? If I'm the bodhisattva, when I do the act of giving, I don't perceive or I don't see myself, the me who is doing this giving, has any nature of my own, independent of my projection. Again, the person doing the giving, which is me, I don't see this me who is doing this giving has any nature of her own, of any nature of my own, independent of not coming from my projection. Okay. Can that be a me who has some self-nature on my own, independent of my projection? No, I don't see it that way. I don't believe it in that way. I don't believe there is this me who is doing this act of giving that has any self-nature. I don't believe that. Okay, so I know that this me is empty. Okay. This me is empty. Empty of what? Empty of not coming from my projection. This me is blank. And so if I want happiness, I do good deeds. I collect the good deeds to see the happy me, the different version of me, the emptiness of me. Okay, I don't see the me that is doing this deed has any self-nature of her own. I understand that I'm empty. This me is empty. It's empty of not coming from the projection forced upon me to see myself, to perceive myself in this way. My idea of me. And therefore, me is what? My me is my seeds ripening. My me is my seeds ripening. Is the result of my seeds ripening. Is the product of my seeds ripening. And therefore, what I'm doing, this me doing this deed, and therefore, by doing this deed, by virtue of this deed, this can be the cause for me to see myself as an enlightened being. How is it, KL Wong? Huh? In another word, this me right now is coming from my past seeds, isn't it? Something that I've done, collection of what I've done, that now ripen as this identity of me, okay, this idea of me, yeah, of this me, right? This me is not independent of my projection, yeah. And because I'm empty, right, I'm blank. So if I understand that I'm blank, I'm empty of not coming from my projection, therefore, if I want to be a different me, a happy me, then collect the good deeds, collect the right thing for the happiness. So by virtue of this deed, then I can transform, I can change. By virtue of this deed, I can change, I can transform to become an enlightened being. Or whatever being, the being that's happy, free of suffering, yeah. Because of my understanding of emptiness, when I do this deed, I do with the understanding of emptiness. That means this deed can be the cause for my Buddhahood. You will not be KL Wong then. You will be a Buddha Wong. Okay. You'll be a different one. We all become a different one. Yeah, we can understand that. You see, like when we were young, we learn something, then we become something, isn't it? We study, then we become a different thing. We got some experience, then we become different, right? So by virtue of that, with the understanding of that emptiness, I know by the virtue of this deed, I will be forced by my karma to see myself as an enlightened being. By virtue of this deed, I'll be forced by my projection to see myself as an enlightened being. Anyone want to try to say on this on your in your own words? How you see the emptiness of yourself as a giver? You can try to write in your own sentence. Or you can unmute. Get this right, then you can get the rest of the sphere correctly. Okay, get this correctly. Yeah, get this correctly strongly in your mind. Then you'll be able to get the rest easily. Okay, we relate to this one. Okay, so the emptiness of the giver. As he gives, he's doing this perfection, right? He's doing the perfection, means that his mind is imbued with bodhicitta, first of all. So we won't repeat the bodhicitta. It's assumed, yeah, it is assumed that you know, okay? You understand that he has this mind that wants to become a Buddha for the sake of all beings, and he's doing this, giving the bird some breadcrumbs with the understanding of emptiness, means that he understands that he himself, the one who is doing the giving, is empty. Okay, that he has no self nature of coming from his own side, independent of his projection. That he understands that he's blank. And right now, the me, the one that he sees himself, is a projection forced upon him from his past karma ripening now. And because he is blank by virtue of this deed, he can be forced by his karma to see himself as an enlightened being. By virtue of this deed, this can be the cause for him to see himself as an enlightened being. Are you okay with this one? Can you type one in the chat if you're okay? The emptiness of the one doing the giving. Okay, move on to the next one. Yeah? The the emptiness of the person receiving the gift. As a bodhisattva, we say this bodhisattva is someone who does not perceive, does not see things as having some self nature of their own. And therefore, this bodhisattva, as he is doing this giving, to this person, he do not believe that this person that he's giving to has any self nature. I don't believe the person I'm giving to has some self nature that is independent of my projection. He understands that this person is empty, is blank. Is empty of what? Empty of not coming from my projection forced upon me by my past deeds. He's empty. He exists as my seeds ripening also. My seeds ripening to see this person having some good karma to receive this goodness. He created the karma for him to receive this goodness. He is empty, and therefore, by virtue of this deed, I'm giving to somebody, right? The receiver, by virtue of this deed, I can be forced to see Laura and Daniel as some high beings in my Buddha paradise. By virtue of this deed, because he's empty, right? I'll be forced by my projection to see him as some high being in my Buddha paradise. Things can shift. You have to cook on that, okay? And I need to use a Chinese word. I think it will help. I think this is easy to understand for myself. Okay, when I add in the word, this is my own understanding. 互相成就. Then you understand automatically, by this deed, okay, why he can become some high beings in my Buddha paradise. Okay, Laura and Daniel. Okay, I try to find the English word for that. Okay, it basically means that like interdependent, interdependent. My own explanation, this is my own, it helps me to understand, okay? This is how it helped me to understand. Okay, as I'm doing this giving to this person, right? This person who is receiving the gift, receiving the thing, he's empty, right? Okay, by virtue of this deed, if this can be the cause of my Buddhahood, isn't it this will also be the cause for him to become, for me to see him as a high beings in my Buddha paradise? If you see that way, then you find, yeah, that's easy, man. When I think that way, then I suddenly click, oh, that is easy. Yeah, Zen, I like that word. Zen is always very good with words. Right? It would be nice if Zen is my assistant. It will be so blessed. Yeah. He's so talented. Today I got one dream, Zen. You are the teacher, I'm assisting you. I was like, Zen, why don't you become the teacher? I assist you. Yeah. Mutually uplifting each other. Exactly. You have to cook on that now. Once you see the Wow, aha, now you say, wow, now I see that. That is so fun, you know, you can apply in your life in every situation, including people who irritate you. Okay. They help you to become enlightened. They purify you. Yeah. Otherwise, how you know you're already at certain level? Ah, yeah, please, Aisu. Okay, go ahead. Aisu got something to say.
I got an example of this to share. So this really
Yeah.
happened to me. I think it's sometime last year. Suddenly, within 2 weeks period, that's a lot of people asking for money and donations coming on. So the first few, when I started doing that, it was perfectly okay. Then I started to have mental afflictions after more and more coming in. And then in one of my meditation, I suddenly think that these people come from me, you know. They are my projections. They are empty actually. So which means that I must have because what I see is lack. You see, how come so many people lack? Actually, because I see them as they have their self nature. Actually, they are a projection of me. The person who have lack is me. It's not them actually. And they are just the angel that appear before me for me to plant the seeds. Lah. So after I understand this, then I tell myself, okay, if this is what I need to do, I do, but I don't have to give big sum. I just give an amount that for me to, you know, for me not staying in mental affliction, but I still give. Lah. So that helps. So I truly believe by fully understanding the emptiness of the gift plus, yeah, the gift plus the receiver, it really bring a person out from suffering. Yeah, that's
Wow,
my
incredible.
story.
What a great story to highlight exactly the point that we need to hear. Okay, thanks, Aisu, for helping me. Very clear. So we can move on to the next one. The last one is the emptiness of the giving itself. So the Bodhisattva don't see the act of giving, okay, has any self nature of their own. They see that this act of giving is empty. They're empty of not coming from my projection. And because it is blank, this act of giving is blank, and therefore, by virtue of this deed, it can be the cause for me in the future to see, instead of giving, it become like a perfect spontaneous activity of a Buddha. Instead of saying, oh, I'm giving, it become a perfect spontaneous activity of a Buddha, just naturally. Yeah. So it is instead of seeing it as a giving, it can be the cause for a good outcome. Right? If things are empty, that act of giving, by virtue of that deed, it can become something different, right? Yeah. Then it's not the giving. It become a Buddha's activity. So as the gift. Sometimes there's three spheres, sometimes there's another one, the gift. Okay, the gift itself is also empty, right? They have no nature of their own. I think the gift is very easy to understand. Just talk about the money. It's just a paper, right? Yeah. What does that mean when you put the 50? What does the 50 mean? To different people is different, right? And so I won't go into the object. Okay, and that's wrap up our class today. This is question 4. You can look at the answer, okay, and think about that, okay. That's it. Okay. And this is your meditation. Meditation prelim, then review what it would be like for you personally to perform each of the 6 perfections while seeing the emptiness of the 3 elements. This is hard, man. You have to bring to your meditation. Long story. Okay, so good luck. And before that, let me answer someone's question. Last week, I think I forget who asked me. Somebody asked, what are the sign, mark and sign on the body of the Buddha, right? I go and find for you. In the Dhammakata Sutra, it mentioned that if you want to know the details of the 32 major marks and 80 minor marks, you can refer to the jewel of realization. One example will be the 32 major marks, and one of them is like the mark of a wheel upon his holy palm and sole and feet. Okay, this is one of the sign. I cannot imagine, okay. And the 80 minor marks, one of the example will be the fingernails, copper in color. Well, if you want the details, you go and read the Jewel of Realization. I don't have the text with me. Okay, and that's it. So let's do a dedication. So close your eyes. And be very, very happy with yourself that we are collecting extraordinary goodness that don't exist ultimately. And therefore, we can call them extraordinary goodness nominally. And we want to expand that, multiply that by dedicating it to us, clearing all our obstacles to understand emptiness, all the obstacles to us having this wisdom, so that the activities, the 6 perfections that we are doing will bring us to perfection, will make us perfect. And then we can go on to show others how they can do so and bring happiness, love, peace, and harmony to the world. And with that, may all beings be happy, peaceful, and liberated. And bring our mind back if you are ready. Thank you for recording, Yap Ying. May stop the recording now.